Last summer, Barberton was underwater as homes, businesses, and streets flooded. It's an issue people who live there say they've been dealing with for more than a decade, and a fix may finally be on the way. News 5's Tanisha Cordell explains the changes the city is pledging to make.
Flooding has been an issue here in Barberton for decades, and according to the city, nothing they do will stop it from happening. And residents here are starting to accept that reality. Still, they're hoping something can be done to help protect their homes. Water flows constantly outside of Joyce Coburn's home, and it's not just from her pond.
We've had 13 floods. We've actually gotten in a canoe at the second step off of our porch.
Coburn, a city councilwoman, lives on 14th Street. The street sits in the lowest part of Barberton. She says because of that, flooding is inevitable. The worst of it, she says, was in 2013. That year, floodwater filled her basement.
It was just up to here, literally. It was 7 foot.
To this day, her basement sits empty.
I've had 4 furnaces replaced in 20 years, 6 hot water heaters, 4 washers and dryers, 1 freezer.
Her home is one of several the city can purchase using the FEMA grant money it received last fall. But no formal offers have been made. Mayor William Judge says it's why solving the city's flooding issue is a priority.
We're kind of hitting it from all fronts.
According to Mayor Judge, the city has already spent nearly $1 million on potential flooding fixes this year alone. He says his office is working with FEMA and the governor to come up with long-term solutions.
The problem is, there is no singular project that'll stop flooding. Mother Nature will always win.
Meanwhile, Randy Hall, who lives right behind Coburn, is doing all he can.
What happened was when it came in here, then it leaked through the wall, and then it came into my basement too.
To keep water from flowing into his home.
Put this foam up so it can't go through there now.
We didn't know the extent of it, how bad it could get.
Coming up in a few weeks, Barberton's mayor says they'll be breaking ground to expand its retention pond to hold back some of that storm water. He says eventually they'll also put in storm sewers on the east side. More flooding projects, he says, will be put in place over the next few years. In Barberton, Tanisha Cordell, News 5.